in a national park. I can't remember the name of it, but I'll put the name of it below. I'm going to see the Zarnesti Cliffs. There's already cliffs on both sides here. It's like a gorge. It's really awesome. There's a cave here, but I guess I don't want people going in because there's a big iron gate across it. A couple more little caves here too. Both of them have iron gates as well. The fall colors just make this so much sweeter. I was climbing this. Oh, this is where I'm going to turn around. I walked about 3 miles in. Now I got to walk 3 miles back. It's an amazing hike. Probably should have researched it a little more before I came on this. I didn't really research it at all. But I bet I could spend the whole day here if I wanted to. Beautiful. I will say one thing though. This definitely beats walking around inside of a crowded castle. This is much nicer. That village I was in before was spectacular, and the drive back down was also spectacular because I had to drive back down the same way. Now I'm driving from Bran to Pitești, which is where I'm staying today, and this is a spectacular drive as well. Today I'm staying in Pitești. I'm eating at the place called the Guinness Pub because it's right next to my Airbnb and I'm very tired, so this is what I'm doing. Getting pizza and beer. I got the 4-meat pizza and there's the 4 meats. Good morning. Today I'm taking a drive up the Transylvania highway. I've driven about an hour since Pitești, mostly through nondescript villages and towns. But this road is supposed to be one of the most amazing drives in the world. Unfortunately, the top part of it is closed off, so that's unfortunate because of snow. But I'll go as far as I can, see what I can see. This is freaking incredible. Look at this. And there's part of the road up there. This is amazing. I'm on a bridge right now, very high up. These dogs look like they can't even be bothered. Oh, that one's actually getting up. Nope, stretching. I don't know if I'm going over there or not. One of the many tunnels here on the highway. And that's the car I rented. It's a big dam. This is Lake Vidraru. It's created by that dam that I just showed you. I'm on top of that tower that I said I wasn't sure I was going to be going to or not. So I guess the answer is yes, I am. Here's the lake. That's where I was before with the dogs. Now I'm over here. And these views are just incredible. I'm so high up right now. See how big this dam is. There's some people walking. What a beautiful lake. There's a dude working on the dam. And there is the lake side of the dam. I'm guessing that's man-made. Still looks nice though. Well, this is where the roads close, unfortunately, and this is where all the cool stuff starts. But I'm gonna have to come back another time and go see the rest. That's unfortunate, but it is what it is. What happens when you come late October. Didn't see this waterfall on the way up. Very nice. I'm on the way back down now. made it to Sibiu, and this is the view from my Airbnb. Very nice. This place is only $40 a night. Big place too. Got a big bedroom, nice bathroom, little kitchen, and a big living area. Staying here for 3 nights, $40 a night. That's the best deal I've had in a long time. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe this is the main square of Sibiu. Very nice. I'll come back here tomorrow and check somewhere out. Right now I'm heading to dinner. This is their dark beer. It's good. It doesn't have a ton of flavor, but it's good. Got the spicy Dracula ribs. Let's see if Romanians know how to make ribs. These ribs are really good. They're not fall off the bone, but they're really garlicky. They were advertised as garlicky on the menu, and they're really good. The second beer is an IPA, which is very good. More flavorful than the last one. This is good. Not great. But I'd say very good, but not great. But it's hard to find. It's down this dungeon, down an alley. Good morning. Rainy morning here in Sibiu. I'm going to go to the tourist information office and see what there's to see in this town. This is called the Grand Square. It's the main square here in Sibiu. It is pouring rain, so I'm going to duck into one of these buildings, I think. Probably this one. This is the Holy Trinity Church. Very ornate pulpit. It's very dark in here. I believe that is St. George. That's called the Spire of Reflection. It's in this nice courtyard right here. This is St. Mary's Evangelical Church. It doesn't open until 1 o'clock and it's only 10 o'clock, so I gotta come back. This is called the Bridge of Lies. I'm not sure why. That's the view from the bridge. There's the view from the other side of the bridge. This is Albert Hewitt Square, one of the 3 main squares here in Sibiu. The other 2 are the large square and the small square. I already showed the large square. That's the Bridge of Lies there on the lower right, and St. Mary's Church in the back there. Sorry, I was misinformed. This is actually the small square, Piazza Mica. Apparently these walls are city fortifications from the 15th century. Some more of the original city fortifications. I'm sure it's been restored, but you know. I don't mean any disrespect, but every time I pass this statue, I think it looks like Herman Munster. This is the inside of St. Mary's Church. It's a very ornate organ. I like it. And there are ruins underneath the altar. How cool is that? And this painting is huge. It's gotta be like 30 feet tall. For 15 Romanian lei, you can go up into the tower and see the church, which is less than $4, so it's definitely worth it. It's a bit cramped. Here we go. It's exhausting. There are the bells. This view is amazing. I think that's the money shot right there, overlooking the big square. You got the beautiful roof of the church. Amazing. That was way wicked awesome. The Price was so cheap. I had no idea Sibiu was such a beautiful city. Didn't know much about it till I came here, and now I'm really glad I did. By the way, the weather has turned nicely. I went back to my room for a couple hours, and glad I did because it's much better now. I hate to keep harping on churches, but I think churches are the most beautiful buildings. This is the Reformed Church. And I am not religious at all, but one thing religion did give us is beautiful architecture and art and music. Amazing. This is the Holy Trinity Orthodox Cathedral. It's incredible. This was built between 1902 and 1906. Wow. This is just fantastic. Look at that chandelier. Wow. And that's the ceiling. There's art over every inch of this place. Okay, I figured out that this is Hewitt Square. So we've got to straighten out now. There's a large square, a small square, and Hewitt Square. Another beautiful building. All right, I found out that this is called Bridge of Lies because legend has it is if you tell a lie on this bridge, it will crumble to the ground. I don't know where the legend came from, but that's why it's called the Bridge of Lies. Eye windows coming out of the roofs here. They're called eye windows because they look like eyes popping up. That's a big nest up there. That's got to be like a hawk's nest or an eagle's nest or something. By the way, this is the tourist information office. Even that's in a beautiful building. This is the National Museum, and this is the National Art Gallery. That's the church I was in this morning, and this is the large square. They're having a film festival here too this weekend. It's called the Astra Film Festival. But all the films are in Romanian, so I'm not going to be able to understand any of them. Good morning. Today I'm taking a day trip from Sibiu. See a couple of places around and then heading back there tonight. First stop is the fortified church of Bierton, which is a church and a fortress. So it should be interesting to see. It looks huge from out here. So this place is pretty massive. So this is the actual church part of the fortified church. This altarpiece was painted in 1483 and has a total of 28 panels. The church itself was built around 1500, but they don't have records of it, so they think that's when it was. And this is a Lutheran church. This impressive door was made in 1515. Look at that carving on the pulpit. It's so impressive. And this inscription here says 1522, so I guess that's when it was built, 1522. Even though the sign outside said they weren't sure. There are 3 towers here. This one is called the Northern Tower, or the Clock Tower, for obvious reasons. This is the bell tower. It was built in the 18th century. out of wood. I'm surprised it doesn't burn down. This is called the Lapidarium Tower. It's actually been used as a mausoleum since the early 1900s. And this is the view from the fortress. This is inside of the Lapidarium Tower. This building here is called the Prison for Unhappy Couples. So if a couple wasn't getting along, they would put them in here until they got along. They only gave them one plate and one spoon, so they had to share everything. And there's the bed. So I'm sure they'd have to stay here long before they pledged to get along. This is it, the Prison for Unhappy Couples. I guess when they said there was 3 towers, they meant 3 towers on the north side, because this is on the south side. This is called the Catholic Tower. This is inside the Catholic Tower. You can't go in there, but this used to be a chapel. It's pretty cool with all these frescoes painted on here from the 1500s. Goats. Isn't Romania beautiful? The town of Beerton was built at the confluence of 2 small streams that merge into the greater Tarnava River. Hello, I drove another half hour to the town of Sigashora. I think that's how you pronounce it. But there's a lot of cool things here I'm looking forward to seeing. You can see already up on the hill there, like wow. That is the Grand Tarnava River, and that is the Holy Trinity Church. And that is Old Town Sigashora up there, so I'll go there after I go to that church. Church is closed, so I'm going to head up there. This is the clock tower, which is now the History Museum. I think you're able to climb up there, though. I'm going to see about that. This is supposedly where Vlad the Impaler lived from 1431 to 1435. He was the inspiration for Dracula. I climbed to the top of the clock tower. What an amazing view. Look, New York's only 7,431 kilometers from here. Yay. There's the clock mechanism. There is a museum in here also. It hasn't been that interesting so far, but this is pretty cool. These are pharmaceutical jars from the 18th century. And this is a pharmaceutical cupboard also from the 18th century. I walked over to the Citadel. This is called the Tinsmiths Tower. This is the stairway up to the Citadel. Made it up to the top here. Another spectacular view. This is called the Church on the Hill. It's the church that's inside the Citadel. First part of the church was built in the 13th century, and then the entire church was finished in 1483. It has been added on to and renovated a few times since then. Pretty nondescript organ based on the ones I've seen. There's some old frescoes on the wall. Definitely not the most impressive church I've seen, but not bad. This is one of the squares here in Sigashora. It's very crowded today because it's Saturday. It's a pretty touristy place. One of the towers from the Citadel, but it has been restored. This is where I'm having lunch. Hope it's good. This is a Madri beer. It's a Spanish style beer, but it's actually made in the UK. But it's good. I got the Transylvanian goulash. I don't know what the deal is with the big pepper. I'm supposed to eat it or not, but we'll see. Good morning. Really liked Sibiu. Beautiful little town. Now I'm headed to another small town, small historic town in Romania called Alba Iulia. I'm gonna make a couple stops along the way. Okay, I drove about an hour. I'm near a town called Sibis. We're actually in the middle of nowhere. This is called Rapa Roșii. It's Romania's little version of Bryce Canyon, I think. Pretty impressive. That is Sibis down there. I'm gonna give that a little visit in a few minutes. I wanted to try to get closer to this to get a better view, but the only thing I could see is one trail going down, and I'm not sure where it leads, but it's very slippery, and I'm not going to risk it. Pretty cool to see from here, I think. This is a cool thing to see. More examples of natural beauty in Romania. I had to drive down about a 3-mile dirt road to get here, but it was worth it. This little car could handle it. I think any car could handle it. Look at that. This is the Sibis Evangelical Lutheran Church, and it is massive. For some reason, it's all closed up on a Sunday. I'm gonna walk around and see if I can get in. This is Sibis City Hall. This is the entrance to a museum, city museum. Some old steam engines. Some of the old city walls back there. This is more like a little park than a museum. It says museum. Bells are a-chiming. This is called the Semicircular Tower, which is now a museum, but it actually is a semicircle. I'll show you the back. There's the back of it, round in the front, flat in the back, semicircle. This was actually part of the original city fortifications. It was built in 1634. Obviously has been restored since then. Here's some more remains of the city fortifications. That is a restaurant appropriately called the Tower. That's all the time I'm going to spend in Sibis. Not a whole lot to see here, but come here just for the church. That's definitely the highlight. Made it to my Airbnb in Alba Iulia. Small place, but it'll do. My original plan today was to drive 3 hours down to Novaci and then drive the Transalpina highway, which is supposed to be amazing drive like the Transfaragasen, but it's closed because of snow, even though it's October. It says it's open until October 31st, but I guess they closed it early because of snow. So I'll have to do that another time. So I'm just gonna spend an extra day in Alba Iulia today, kind of chill out, and that'll be that. This is Citadel Park. This is normally a fountain, but it's turned off, I think, for the season, unfortunately. This is called the Union Monument, which celebrates the unification of Romania. This is the Alba Carolina Citadel. This is called the Coronation Cathedral. It's inside the Citadel. Seems to be something fancy going on because a lot of people are well dressed going in there. Well, I was right. There's a wedding going on, but they let any rando walk in there, so I just walked in there and videoed for a minute. Not even a minute, like 6 seconds, and then left. I'll try to do more tomorrow. This is St. Michael's Cathedral, which is basically right next to the Coronation Church. Different religion though. This is Orthodox and this is Catholic.
Ketten vásároltak.
I love that window. Lots of busts on this street. This is called the Union's Hall. And right across the street here is the Union Museum. They're both really museums. The Union Hall is like a history museum, and this is more of an art museum. This is a pretty amazing city. I had no idea all this was here. It's a big square. There's all these random statues along this road as well. Some more down there. This is called the third gate of the Citadel. All this stuff has been inside the Citadel. Pretty amazing. A little drawbridge in front of it. This was the moat, and these were the original walls, I believe. They may have been restored, but there's the third gate. There's the Citadel looking back from the obelisk. And there's some more of the city. Beautiful city. Well, the moat is substantially smaller now. There's a big koi fish in there. There's some other ones too. Pretty cool. This is such an impressive fortress. Or citadel. Whichever you want to call it. This is great. There's like a nice walking path that goes all the way around the Citadel. You really get a sense of how high the walls are. That bridge on the left is where I came in. This is an amazing place. This is Romania beer made right here in Transylvania. It's really good.
The next day.
Good morning. Today I'm spending another day in Alba Iulia. A bit windy here today, a little cold. But it seems like there's a lot to see here, so I'm spending another day. Some kind of service going on today. Listen to those harmonies. That was really cool. I got to see part of a service with all the priests/monks chanting. I didn't video any of it in there because I thought that'd be very disrespectful. I don't think you were allowed to do that anyway. This is Transylvania's princely palace, which is now a museum. This is called the fourth gate. There's some Roman ruins here. They said this was adjacent to the Roman road. This is Romania, after all. This is the second gate, which they are reconstructing. And this is the first gate, which is also under construction. There are a total of 7 gates. The third gate looks even more impressive from down here. This is the University of 1 December 1918, which is when Romania united, gained their independence. unique looking building. I want to get some video inside the Coronation Cathedral, which is right here, but there was nobody else taking video in there. Didn't say you couldn't, but I didn't want to be disrespectful, and I don't want to get yelled at. So I'll show you some stock footage of what it looks like inside. It's really beautiful. This is going into the actual fortress part of the citadel. This is called the Saxon Bastion. It's one of the bastions here at the fortress. Finished in 1629. I love little passageways like this. This is called the Armory Hall. This is called the Roman Vestiges Room. Basically just a room to connect to other rooms. This is called the Knights Hall. That furniture is not original. This is called the Capitular Room. It's very echoey. I'm the only one in here, thank God. They restored this room in 2006. Before that, it was used as a goat stable. This is the Armory Hall again. I just love this architecture. That is the Memorial Church Mihai Viteazul. It's an Orthodox church. Very unique looking. I'm standing on one of the artillery platforms on the fortress. Okay, this ought to be interesting. It's very steep stairs. And this is where those stairs led. Not too exciting, so I'm going back up. Standing on top of the Eugene of Savoie bastion, which apparently was the first bastion built on the fortress. And the one with the best view, I'd say. And I'm going down into the dungeon. There are no lights in here for some reason, but they said this is where they used to hold prisoners that were sentenced to death. I don't think I'd want to be held in here for more than 5 minutes. That dungeon was the coolest part so far. This is the other side of the Eugene de Savoie bastion. There's the third gate. There's the obelisk that I saw yesterday. And here's the town below. I guess they finished the restoration work on the second gate. Looks much better than it did yesterday. This bridge leads to a restaurant that's inside the citadel walls. So I'm gonna try eating dinner there. It's probably really expensive, but how often do you get to eat inside a citadel wall? The place is called Pub 13. Oh wow, this place is so cool. Lonely Planet said this is the top choice in Transylvania. This is another Romanian beer that I'm going to try. It's also very good. Kind of like Stella or Beck's. I got lamb stew, which they said is a local dish. Looks very good. It's polenta, that's the yellow stuff. The lamb's a bit gamier than what we get in the US, but I really, really like it. It's delicious. Place was really good. Highly recommended if you come here. The atmosphere just makes it. The food was really good. It wasn't too expensive. It was less than $30 for just me. I had that lamb stew and 2 beers. Not too bad. Really enjoyed it. Things always look better when they're lit up at night. This is called a chocolate Dubai. It has pistachio in it and some other stuff. Really, really good. Good morning. This morning I drove about an hour from Alba Iulia to Turda Gorge or Târzi Gorge. I've seen it both. It's about a 5-mile hike, about 1,500 feet of elevation gain. It's supposed to be very beautiful. We're getting there. So far it's just been a steady hike up in the woods. Gone about a mile so far. This is my view from here. Pretty nice. All right, now this is why I took this brutal hike. That is amazing. Look how bright orange that is. Beautiful. This is awesome. This trail just goes right along the ridge here. Amazing. This is 300-degree spectacular view. Not quite 360 because behind me there's not much to see, just trees. That is amazing. How does that grow there? I mean, there's nothing like it around. The cave down there. According to Google Maps, that is the town of Petestri de Milac. Very quaint. I veered away from the gorge a little bit, but this view ain't bad either, I must say. Well, I made it down through those woods and it was horrendous. Very muddy and slippery. I fell twice. Horrible. But at least I'm down here now and I can see this. This is amazing. All trail says you're supposed to climb back up to the top and then go along the other side of the gorge. But I think it's much more interesting to walk at the bottom of the gorge. It's beautiful. Plus it's a lot easier. Sketchy little suspension bridge here. But I bet it's got a great view. I am correct. Not only is this amazing on its own, but it's also got a little arch up here. Another sketchy little suspension bridge. Slippery. Good times. Look at this sheer wall right here. And yet another suspension bridge. This has just been a spectacular hike, other than that one downhill. A couple little caves right here. Actually, I think it's one cave. It just goes in one and out the other. Yeah, I give this trail a 9 out of 10. I would give it a 10 out of 10, but that part coming down where I fell twice and it was so slippery, I have to dock at a point. Sorry, but beautiful views from the top. Beautiful views walking through the gorge. It's just a beautiful gorge. I loved it. A lot of people here, surprising because it's Tuesday morning. Just drove about 20 minutes to see the Salina Turda, which is the Turda salt mines. It's supposed to be something amazing to see. Descending. Salt on the walls. Take an elevator down in the mine, but it only holds about 4 people, and there's a big line, so I'm going to take the stairs. Oh, this is really cool. You can see this is a salt mine. There's salt everywhere on the ceilings, on the walls. 13 floors down. I'm more worried about coming up than going down. They even got a Ferris wheel here, but I guess it's not running. Look at all that salt. I can honestly say I've never been to a place like this before. It's sort of half museum, half playground. There's a kids' play place over there. There's ping pong tables over there. Interesting place. Pool tables, mini golf over there. No wonder this place is so popular with kids. It's even more to this place than I thought. It says this mine was in operation from 1854 to 1932 and then it was shut down. This is the line for the elevator to get back up. So I guess I'll be taking the stairs. Take a rowboat out if you want. I'm not going to because I'm by myself. It looks like fun. It's unbelievable how high this is. That's where I was before, looking down here. These striations on the wall are pretty amazing too. Oh boy, is this going to be fun. It's better than waiting half an hour for the elevator, I think. Now I'm exhausted after doing a 4.5 mile hike and then all those steps. There you go. This place was pretty unique. I think it's more for families with kids. There's a lot of things geared towards kids here. Am I glad I did it? Yes. Do I need to do it again? No. Okay, so I had another 106 steps coming up there. And I'm finally near the exit. Transylvania is such a spectacular region. I know it's known for Dracula and all the scary stuff, but it really is more about the natural beauty that's there and the historic cities. Really a region that everybody should see in a lifetime. Definitely put it on your bucket list. Thanks for watching the video. See you on the next one.